I'm not going to start recording just yet.
Okay.
There's some things to set up. Watch.
Oh, sorry.
Watch yourself.
Sorry, babe. I was getting myself some water. I fucked my voice from all the screaming from this movie.
We're not recording, so they don't
No, I
have
know.
to be on yet. Let's just save your shit, babe. Hereditary. Okay. Man, so much social media.
Oh my god.
Okay, so get rid of that so I can see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then I'll
Oops.
oh, okay.
This one is the
Yeah,
one that you need.
just leave it. Just leave it. Just leave it.
Okay.
All right. Mind me.
I'm just a doll. Who's Heath?
What?
I am Heath.
Did I say Heath instead of Heather?
I think you did.
Whatever.
Are you calling me by my male persona now? It's Heath, not Heather. In any case, my male persona is Paul. Or Simon. Simon. I think I would be a Simon.
Did I put it in the title of this video?
I think you did. Heath and Phil.
Heath and Phil. You're right. Well, I like Heath bars.
Ooh, I bet you do, baby.
What does that even mean? William.
You like my Heath bar.
You don't have a dick? Bar implies dick.
Does it, though? Does it? Or does it imply something else?
Okay, can we... Okay, I need you to hit record.
Okay. On here?
Yes, start recording.
Start recording. Okay.
All right.
We are...
We did it!
Yes.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, you did bump the mic, the camera.
I did. Ugh. Whoa.
You broke...
Shut up! I didn't break nothing. No one needs to see nothing broken. Okay. Let me... Ugh. There's too many wires over here. Hang on. Yeah. Get these wires out of here. Yeah. What are you doing over there?
I'm looking at the chat, dummy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I guess I can see it over there.
Well, yeah, that was the idea. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck.
But hey, we got a Jake Spicer. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I had better... There we go. Okay. That's why I shits on a swivel. Okay. I'm feeling pretty ready. Well, I still feel like I could be centered better. You know what I mean?
Use the Onis as a guide.
I'm trying. They're over there still. Hi!
Hey, everybody.
You fucked up the intro, now I gotta do it again.
I sure fucking did.
Hi!
Hi.
It's me, Phil!
And I'm Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Hi, guys.
And we're doing another review in a car.
This is a big car.
This is a spacious car.
I got an upgrade.
Oh, wait. No, we're not. We're doing this way because the car thing was stupid and it didn't look very good.
Yeah, and it was copying some other dickwad.
Who?
I don't know, some James Gunn type guy. Okay, yeah, you're
Who? I've never copied anyone ever. I'm a totally original person.
You're right. My bad.
And we saw a movie.
Oh, we saw a movie.
Yeah. This one over here. I've never seen her viscerally react as many different ways as she did during this movie.
Oh my god. This movie.
This is one of the best horror movies I've ever, it's the best horror movie I've seen since Cabin in the Woods, easily.
In recent years.
I can't think of a better horror movie I've seen that I've been this happy about leaving the theater since Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's movies before that, of course.
Yeah.
I didn't like the Babadook as much as I liked this. I thought the Babadook, I felt like this was like adult Babadook. This is like The Exorcist meets Babadook at some level.
Yeah, it was. Like, much like the Babadook, it was a family type movie.
Well, let's tell them what we saw.
Yeah,
because I mean they didn't see the description, but
No.
Hereditary.
We saw Hereditary.
Holy shit! Let's roll that intro.
Do.
Okay, we did the intro. Now we can talk about the movie. So we're not going to do spoilers right away, but we are going to do spoilers. And then at this time code, well, we'll warn you, and then we'll do a time code. Okay. So before spoilers, Hereditary is a horror movie in the vein of The Exorcist or Rosemary's Baby. One of those cool little, not necessarily possession movies and not necessarily a horror movie. It's actually quite unique.
It's very suspenseful. It's like a hybrid of horror and suspense.
I haven't seen The Killing of a Sacred Deer, but I imagine I would have a very similar reaction to The Killing of a Sacred Deer to this movie. Hereditary it's not the smartest movie in the world ever. It does use a lot of horror cliches, but those horror cliches are used in such a way that I'm frankly surprised that they never ever feel like cliches.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, there were hardly any jump scares, but they were totally earned. Super creepy ones.
Oh yeah, we'll get into the super creepy ones eventually.
Yeah.
But first off, let's talk about. Gosh, what can we even talk about without spoiling this movie?
Well, like I said, it's in the vein of an Exorcist. It's very intense, but it's not like a torture porny thing House of a Thousand Corpses or
it's
Devil's
not.
Rejects or anything like that. Devil's Rejects has a visceral reaction from me, but the opposite of what this movie did. That movie, it's you're watching it and it's horrible and you're having a heart. There's this part in Devil's Rejects where he cuts a guy's face off and he wears it and it's all visceral and crazy looking and realistic and shit because Rob Zombie does that kind of stuff really well. And it is not like that at all.
No.
But it's no less intense.
There are gory moments in this movie.
Yeah.
And they are shocking.
Yes, they are.
But they are earned.
Yep.
And it's not...
I never felt ripped off or cheated.
No. I felt like everything was earned.
No one was waiting at the end of a hallway, and then the characters walk up to the hallway and they go, "Person," and then the person turns around and goes, "Ugh," face. They didn't do any of that kind of crazy shit either. It was all really earned. There's a shot where one character is at a down angle and there's another character that's behind them, but in the rafters.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen that effect before. And I knew when the camera was going to move and we see it again, that the person in the rafters was going to be gone. Even though I knew that, it did not diminish the suspense whatsoever. And that might have been the only horribly cliche moment.
But it wasn't terribly cliche. Like, I was actually expecting at that point for them to be like right behind them.
No, and it was yes, true. And the reveal of where that character is, it takes a little bit longer. Did you notice right away? I noticed right away, so I was freaking out, but they pan up very, very, very slowly, and you're like, what? What's that in the back? Oh, it's a person in the background. God damn it. And the other thing, too, with this particular scene, and this isn't spoiling much in that you'll get to it when you get to it, but like, in this particular scene where this particular character is up there, they're up there a while. Like, it's not like they're up there and the audience has a chance to notice them and then they're suddenly gone. No. Like, it makes sense why the character leaves the rafters and then is in where the character ends up being. But that's more for spoilers.
And the sound design.
Sound design was so good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
The sound design in this movie.
I can't believe it. It should win an Oscar for sound design, and it absolutely will not.
If it doesn't, I'm already called off the Oscars.
Yeah.
But
I mean, but a horror movie won some Oscar stuff, so I mean, it's possible. But I mean, there's no social commentary in this one, really, except that white people be crazy, I guess.
Yeah. Certain diseases are hereditary.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so I'm trying to think what else we could talk about before we get into spoilers.
The actors
Okay,
were
yes.
super good.
So what was her name? Tell me.
The main character was Toni Collette.
She's so good.
She is amazing. I have only mostly seen her in like dramas.
Yeah.
And like
I've
funny
seen her around.
comedy type shows.
Yeah. I have seen her around. Like, she looked really familiar to me. And like the half the movie, I was like, is that chick from 3 Billboards? And I was like, no, it isn't.
No.
She's too young to be that chick from 3 Billboards. But she reminded me of that chick from 3 Billboards.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's not, like that's not a slight or anything. Like, I thought that actress was incredibly good.
Yeah.
The actor who plays Steven, the husband, was also very good.
We don't see a lot of him, but
he has to play the most boring part.
Yeah.
He's like the skeptical, worried about his wife, worried about his kids thing. And again, I want to point out, this movie uses cliches like crazy. And the fact that the entire family's mostly white, like, I think the son might be half.
The son was definitely like...
He's like Armenian or something.
Kinda, yeah.
But you can't really... I mean, like, they don't really talk about that.
No.
But yeah, like this... And again, like, the Steve character is kind of a cliche character in horror movies, but like... I don't know, there's something about this movie and the way it uses cliches that they're fresh, they're almost original. Like, you could believe that. I mean, like, if you'd never seen a horror movie before, this would be a really shocking.
This would be a terrible one to go into first. I think
it's so slow too.
I think to make somebody get ready for this, I'd probably show them Magic. Yes.
Yeah, actually, Magic is a really good comparison, too. Yeah. Except Magic's really based in reality, and this is absolutely not. And that's our cue for spoilers. Ta-da. So, spoilers, if you don't want spoilers...
Spoilers, go to this time code.
Well, it might be above your head, actually.
Go to this time code.
Use
whichever.
It's up there.
Somewhere.
Up here. Someplace.
Oh, hi.
Enjoy. Okay, so when we get to the end, we'll do a wrap up and I'll explain what's going on with the bunny perspective there. But yeah, any rate. So, spoilers. So, if you're in the chat, I don't know if us spoiling it will actually ruin the movie for anyone watching it. Because, like, you can define what goes on in this movie, but the experience of the movie, I think, is 90% of it.
Yeah.
Like a good horror movie, the experience is really important.
A lot of this is hard to describe how gory and visceral it is.
And there's not that many gory scenes.
No, not at all. And the ones that are gory, they're impactful.
Yeah.
Like, let's start with the first major gory scene.
Yeah, well, we'll go real quick through the.
Okay.
Let's talk about the story. At the same time, I can praise things because, like, this movie, it starts with a funeral of a mother, and a lot of these horror movies, in this one particularly, it is setting us up to believe that the mother was. Even in the very beginning, there's something fishy about the mom. Like the daughter says something about her being mysterious, and then we get right into the movie, like right after the funeral, we see the mom. She's not really like disheveled at all. She's not really upset that her mom's dead at all, and that's where we start the movie. Like the movie starts with that, and the mom is seeing the grandma like as a ghost. So as the audience, we're like, okay, that's a thing. But then early on, she goes to this support group, and she barfs out all this information about how her schizophrenia runs in her family and all this. This is important because this is the seeds of doubt that the movie will play with through the rest of it, because the mom also sleepwalks, and they tell stories about that. And so the whole movie, you're assuming maybe she's just crazy.
Yeah.
There are 4 characters. There's 4 main characters and a 5th side character. Plus, the mom is like an ever-presence thing, but she's not really a character. So there's the mom, there's the dad, there's the son Pete, and the daughter Charlie, which is interesting. I just noticed that Charlie has a boy's name.
Yeah, I feel like they should have. I don't think they should have explained it, but it seems like they wanted Charlie to be a boy. Like the grandma wanted her to be a boy.
Well, no, they do explain it.
I mean, I know they do explain it, but I mean, like, I guess they should have said like, "Oh, your grandma named you" or whatever. I
don't think they needed that.
Right.
No, I mean, Charlie's it's a name that, well, her name is like Charlotte, but she goes by Charlie. Yeah. So I mean, it's not like she doesn't have a girl's name, but she goes by Charlie. Why this is relevant? It's interesting, and I'm sure. If I think about it more, there's probably a gender studies thing in here a little bit, like not in a negative way, but there's probably something to be discussed about that. Because okay, so the movie goes on, you get the funeral happens, and we get a lot of backstory early on. Like the mom goes to the support group, and then she explains to the support group that her brother had schizophrenia and killed himself, and her dad died, who also had schizophrenia, and he died by starving himself. And
that's
like,
a pretty scary way to go.
Yeah.
If I have to.
And we don't see, like, I think a lesser movie would have cut to, like, him in a closet or something with him his face all
gaunt.
Like, all the room, or not the room, all the Ring style, you know what I mean? Like, the closet door would open, you see, like, him, like, yeah. Like, there's a worse movie that would have thrown a scene like that in. So, at any rate, so the dad kills himself, then the son kills himself. This is all, revealed in this one verbal diarrhea that she has. And it's very convincing. Like, they get out a lot of weird information with a lot of finesse.
Yes.
Like I said, like a lesser horror movie would use these tropes in such a way that they wouldn't be believable. But the acting and the build up, like it's never like, ghosts everywhere. It's like there's a slow build, and it's never necessarily always ghosts, but it might be ghosts.
Like there's like, I wouldn't call it a lack per se, but I would say that it doesn't overuse its horror elements.
Right.
Like it's very tasteful with how it uses its ghosts, its ghouls, and its visceral, gory stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
Another thing about this movie is it's kind of set in a doll's house.
Yeah.
Like, it sets up and you zoom into a dollhouse and it never zooms out.
Never zooms out, and it goes into the scene. Like, the mom creates miniatures. Mm-hmm. And her dealing with death through the miniatures
is creepy.
That could have been its own movie.
It could have.
Like, I would have watched just her going crazy and making increasingly crazy dioramas the entire movie.
I kind of thought that's what it was going to be, because I knew about the dolls thing, but
I didn't know anything about that.
I didn't know anything else.
No, I didn't know nothing about that. Like, okay, so the movie goes on, and the son is really aloof, and we don't really know why. in a lesser movie, it would never be explained except that it's teenage angst.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, that's what it seems like. It just seems like he's like just teenage angsty or whatever. But what happened? So we get a reveal that. Well, should I say the kerosene reveal before the Charlie dying reveal?
Yeah, definitely. But first, you should set up how she found out about the book, like because she tried.
No, we'll get to that.
Okay.
That's at the end of the movie. So anyway, so before, like, towards the end of the movie, and I'm kind of getting these backstory info dumps out of the way first because it helps, especially if you see this movie. It's actually not a bad idea to have some of these things in the back of your head, or if you're going to see it again, these are the things you want to think about.
Yeah.
But like, she has this conversation with
Joanne
or
Joan. Joan is her
Joan.
name.
That's right, Joan. She has a conversation. I couldn't remember if it was Joan or somebody else, but she has a conversation with Joan. She talks about how she had a sleepwalking fit where she had poured kerosene all over Charlie and kerosene all over Pete when they were living in the same room, and they must have been younger. They must have been a lot younger.
Yeah.
Because like it's implied that Pete never got over it.
Yeah, it was actually paint thinner, but
It's paint thinner. That's right. It's lighter fluid in the end of the movie.
yeah.
I forgot to turn the air conditioning off.
So that's what that is.
Do you mind doing that?
I don't mind.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break.
You need to rest your arm anyway.
But just for a second. I'm actually doing okay.
Hi, Flu. Need anything else while I'm up?
Nah. How's it going, chat? You guys holding in there? I hope this is fun, because I'm going to probably record the bunny perspective like this every time. I don't know how interesting that is for people to watch the process of
Burping.
burping. Yeah. Holy shit. They figured out a new sound to be scary.
Oh my god, they did. I initially associated that sound with Shrek 2, where Donkey does the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But she has, like, Tourette's or something, and that's like her Tourette's
She fully
tick.
has Tourette's and sort of like OCD of some sort.
Well, technically she has...
The autism.
No, technically she has the... There's a demon in my body, and it wishes it was a boy.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Part.
Yeah. So, again, this movie does obfuscate the supernatural stuff with mental illness.
Yes.
And I think some of the best horror movies do that. Like, even if there is a supernatural element, they bait and switch the idea where there might be a mental illness or something. And that's always really good, especially like, what was the... Evil Dead. The Evil Dead remake.
Yes.
Was like that, which she's like dealing with withdrawal. So that's actually a movie I do want to revisit. I haven't seen it in a long time.
The new one or like all of them?
The new one. I've seen the old ones a million times. But the new one I've only seen the once. It's a good movie. Like, I liked it. You know, it's different. And, you know, but in this movie is better than it, obviously. But, like, I don't know. There's something about... What am I trying to say? There's the pretending it's some kind of mental illness that turns out to be some demon name. What was his name? Payman?
Yeah, Payman.
Payman. So, autistic girl. She makes weird toys, like her mom.
Yeah, she kind of... She's making, like, these weird dolls out of trash.
Yeah.
And, like, found parts. Like, she uses the head of a pigeon that died.
Did you notice the last thing she draws before she dies is that pigeon with a crown on it?
Well, yeah.
And then the end of the movie.
Yeah, it's her brother, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of the theme of decapitation is quite prevalent in this horror movie.
I didn't get that she was decapitated at first.
Oh, I did. When I saw her up there and she was moving her arms back and forth, I knew immediately what the mom was doing.
I need to watch this movie again because I didn't notice the arms moving back and forth.
Oh, I noticed. When he was looking up and I saw what she was doing, I immediately knew what she was up to. Yeah, that was fucked up. There's some like, Bringing back Evil Dead. Evil Dead has some really interesting self-harm moments, but they go way over the top with the self-harm. Like she like cuts her tongue out, and then there's another girl that she has to cut her arm off and stuff. But it's way over the top, self-inflicted violence. This, no, this happens. It's the only time that. Well, no, there's a bunch of self-inflicted injuries in this, but they don't. Like one is. A plot device to get Pete out of the situation for a minute. The other one is, of course, after the mom's totally possessed.
Yeah.
And she does 2 horrible things to herself. And that, but we're getting way out of ourselves. Ha.
Yes.
Ahead of ourselves.
Ha.
So what happens is Pete takes Charlie to a grown-up teenage type party.
Yeah.
It's established early on that she's allergic to peanuts.
Or like nuts in general.
Nuts in general. We see a very, 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 very deliberate shot of somebody chopping up peanuts. Then we see a cake. Pete wants to go fuck a girl / smoke weed with a girl. So he goes over to this other room. He talks to this girl. Charlie, she draws a lot. And then the love interest, who is barely in this, thank
goodness.
God, like I was worried they're gonna add her to just ring up the body count a little bit, but this movie's a little bit too smart for that kind of thing.
They keep it in the family.
Yeah. At any rate, for most part, I don't know if you count cultists as family, but
they're kind of family.
Hey, when you're here, you're family. At any rate, so Charlie's with this party. She eats nuts.
In a cake.
She starts she can't breathe. And then all hell breaks loose. Pete puts her in the car. He's trying to get to the hospital as quick as he can because for whatever dumb reason, they never bring an EpiPen with them. Which they also established, by the way.
Why don't they ever bring an EpiPen?
I think the implication later on is she's just a bad mom. Here's that moment where she goes, I never wanted to be a mom. So hang on.
Yeah,
hang on, wait. I can do that better. Hang on. I never wanted to be a mom. Wait, hang on. Okay, I can do that again. Hang on. There's that part where she goes, I never wanted to be a mom. That was a good take that time. So I think the implication is she never has an EpiPen because she don't care.
Like she kind of wanted her to die in a sense.
Well, that's okay, so getting back to the turpentine, that's why I brought it up early. I think subconsciously the mom is trying to kill the demon girl.
I can see that.
But she doesn't know why. Like, it's like a subconscious thing. Like, there's some kind of, maybe a good force or something, maybe an angelic force or something that's been trying to get her to kill both Pete and Charlie, but she fails. That's what that whole turpentine lighter, like lighting them on fire kind of thing, that's where all that comes from. And so anyway, they go to this party. She's having a bad reaction. He's trying to get her to the hospital. She's choking in the back seat. She's panicking. She's freaking out. She rolls down the window.
Sticks her head out.
Sticks her head out of the window. Pete's trying to drive. He's going like 80 miles an hour. There's a dead something in the road.
He swerves.
Wait a second. Was that the grandma?
No, it was like a cow or a
Are you
deer.
sure?
We need to watch it.
Are you sure it wasn't the grandma?
I'm pretty sure.
Because the post. Okay, so anyway, so they go. She swerves, and her head's out the window. There's a light post. Her head gets cut off. We don't see it. We see something slightly more graphic, which is like the implication of it, which is worse. And then we see a light pole. When we see the light pole, is it after we see the head, or is it right then that we see the symbol on the pole? There's a pole. That pole that cuts her head off, there is a symbol engraved on it.
Yeah, like kind of like graffitied on there.
Yeah, it's like these curls and like lines. It appears later in the movie. It's also mirrored in the grandmother's necklace that she's buried with.
We've seen it before. We just haven't known that we've seen it.
Right. We keep seeing it. Speaking of weird things in the background, there's this funeral scene where Charlie's like saying goodbye to the grandma, and in the background, there's this creepy dude that's staring kind of straight at us, the audience, and at her, looking like that. And he's so fucking
He
creepy.
is.
And then you see that guy later in the movie. There's that guy in the dark corner that Pete sees first, and he's smiling just like that guy.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Charlie's dead, and the mom, loses her shit because, you know, she doesn't really want to kill her kids, obviously, but there's, like, this subconscious thing in her head.
It was very shocking because Pete, he just drives home. He parks the car. Like, he's obviously in shock.
Yeah, he's in shock.
And he just parks the car and he goes up to sleep.
He leaves it like he trashed her car or something. Like, he didn't tell her or anything.
Yeah.
It was the most realistic I've ever... It was honestly the most realistic depiction of a teen dealing with a death I've seen in a long time.
Definitely. Like, you're high. Not saying that excuses what he did.
No.
But you're be shocked.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you don't know, hey, go to the hospital because, you know, he knows, hey, there's nothing they can do for her.
Right.
He knows. And he doesn't even go to get her head.
No.
Like,
he doesn't even check on her. Like, he knows that something bad, but that moment of acting was so good.
The acting in this is, like, top notch.
I don't think this movie makes it without the acting.
No,
like, these
it
actors
doesn't.
really sell this kind of thing because as the movie goes, it gets crazy.
Oh my god, the crazy in this fucking movie.
And, like, supernatural movies never get me like this. Not since, like, The Ring, you know?
And The Ring is hokey.
I mean, yeah. I could watch this movie again. The Ring, like, I watched it the second time, and I was like, oh, these are jump scares. Like, this movie relies on jump scares.
This movie does not rely on jump scares.
It's slow. It's plotting. It's thinking.
Slow burn.
Yeah. So as the movie goes, the mom is going crazy. Understandably. She makes a diorama of her daughter's dead body inside of a car with the son driving and the pole, and she's like painting in the blood all intricately when her husband walks in, who's very concerned that she's having a mental break, which makes sense because it's hereditary for her family to have mental illness.
Yes.
And then yada yada. It's she's dealing with it. She meets this girl named Joanne. Joanne goes
Joan, I think.
Joan. Because it's Joni on her thing, but I keep reading it in my brain Joanne for no reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, Joan. So Joan meets her outside of a support group that she kind of lies to her family that she's going to. So she lies to her family that she's going to a movie, but she's not really going to a movie. She's going to the support group. She doesn't want to admit she's got a problem. Blah. Okay. She's going in there to talk to somebody about Charlie, but then she's going to leave. Then Joanne shows up. And Joanne goes, if you never need someone to talk to, here's my number. And then she gets the number, and they have a nice talk, and it's all good. And you kind of think, to me, I actually started to think this movie was going in a direction where it was more like the horrors of reality.
Yeah.
And the horrors of mental illness or something. Like, it was really grounded still. And then the seance happened.
The seance was definitely the turning point.
Yeah.
They sort of foreshadowed it because there was the mail slot.
There's a mail slot where there's a seance. And I think the idea was for her to go to that seance before, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that didn't work, so they used Joanne as the way to get her to do the seance. It's very, very intricate.
Yeah, like you went to the bathroom when she was like frantically explaining the seance.
Yeah.
And then right away it cuts to Joan's house. And she's just like, oh, you gotta believe me. And Annie is like, oh, yeah, sure, Joan, yeah, whatever. And they do this thing, and it's a fucking real...
It's
real
the
spirit.
best seance scene I've ever seen.
It is.
I mean, Drag Me to Hell has a fun seance scene where the goat and the floating
it's
and the
silly.
This is not silly.
No,
this got
creepy.
intense.
This is creepy.
Annie's like legitimately freaking out. Joanne's trying to calm her down.
Like, oh no, it's my grandson.
I reacted the same way. Liar lady. She's a bad lady.
Yeah.
You know who she reminded me of? And I know it's a different actress, but you know who she reminded me of?
Who?
The bad lady from Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
The girl that trains the
Now she was another, one of these actors that have been in horror movies.
Oh, and I've seen her before.
Yeah, I've seen her before.
But it's not her, but she reminds me of her.
Yeah, but no, I picked her out immediately when in the support clip. I was like, oh, shit, look.
Oh, yeah.
And I noticed her right away because
she's good.
She is amazing.
Yeah.
We praise the actors in this movie. It is.
The material's ridiculous.
Oh.
Like literally, here I go. I'm gonna A B C D the fucking actual plot of this movie. Okay, Annie's mom, the grandma, is a cult leader who is ushering one of the 8 demons of hell named Payman.
Mm-hmm.
Payman comes into this world, but it's in the wrong body. It's in the body of Charlie. He's supposed to come in the body of Pete, the older brother. But he didn't show up on Pete, showed up on Charlie. Now, during the movie, she talks about Annie, the mom, talks all about how the grandma breastfed Charlie.
I don't know if they said breastfed.
No, that miniature, remember? There's a miniature
right.
that she makes later where it's her trying to breastfeed Charlie, and the grandma's got her tit out to feed the baby.
Right.
It's weird and creepy, and it tells exactly, she explains that. She goes, she always wanted to feed her, and you think in your brain a bottle. No. A titty. Yeah. So it's creepy as shit. That's weird. That moment was weird because in my brain I was thinking, does she mean breastfeed? She did mean breastfeed. Ugh.
And you don't realize it until you see
the miniature.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good storytelling. Because, you're like, oh, it could mean almost anything. It could mean the breastfeeding thing, but, So anyway, so the grandma gets the demon successfully into Charlie, which is why she loves Charlie and spends all this time with Charlie. When grandma dies, Charlie's interested, she's sad about grandma being dead. So what happens is, and also, can I point out something? There's no voiceovers for the reading.
No.
They make you read.
They do.
It's so funny.
And there's a lot of reading in this. They give you enough time to read everything.
Oh, yeah.
But, except for, a couple of things.
I barely got to the end of the spiritualism page, but I think that was the point.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a trickster god is what it says. Something about a trickster god. And I was like, okay, I'm getting an idea what's going on. It's literally like the plot of Exorcist 2 or something where they say Pazuzu and stuff all the time, except serious. I feel like somebody was like, because Exorcist 1's good, Exorcist 3 is good. They're the same guy that did both two. But Exorcist 2 is really bad, and part of it is because they kept saying the goddamn demon's name, Pazuzu. Not a scary name, guys.
No.
Payman's not much better, but at least you hear it twice.
Yeah, you don't hear it 50 times.
Maybe once or twice.
Maybe a handful.
And it's at the same time, at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The build-up to Payman is...
Yeah. It's worth it, too. And it's with all this demon stuff going on, the movie... especially the beginning, does not feel like it's going to go that far kooky.
Yeah, if you did not know this was a horror movie, you just thought, oh, this is going to be an
extreme family drama with mental illness.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it might turn into a serial killer slasher type thing.
Yeah, me too. I was a little worried it was going to be oh, now you're my dolls now, or something like that.
Yeah, that seemed a bit that it easily could have done that.
A lesser movie probably would have.
Oh,
A lesser movie would have had worse actors, would have had really bad actors who just ham-fisted the whole thing.
Yeah.
They got, shit.
I know
this movie,
she was.
I'm
not gonna lie. I looked over at her. She almost threw up at that severed head. Right.
You
were dry heaving, were you not?
I was getting real close.
You were distressed by the severed head.
I was really close to having to get up and go out and
I saw that. I thought you were going to throw up. I
legitimately
did.
2 times I nearly barfed in this movie.
Is that with the ants?
The ants, yeah. The ants.
On the kid's face?
Yeah. Ugh. I don't like ants. I say that my biggest fear is snakes, but I've seen ants just decimate a snake corpse. And that is terrifying.
Yeah, ants are fucking...
absolutely terrifying. And I live in the
they're
South.
a carrion beast, man. Carrion beasts are scary.
Yeah. And I live in the South where bugs reign supreme.
Yeah.
So.
No, people leave houses when the bugs show up.
Yeah.
That's what they moved in. You got to leave. It's
Yeah.
their house now. Yeah, bulldozer and start over. So, yeah, I mean, but yeah, like I said, this movie, like what you said, like this movie, honestly, you're saying it needed all of these things to turn into a bad movie, but it doesn't.
No.
It just needs to have this same plot with worse actors and worse story progression, and like this movie so very easily could have been god fucking awful
In the hands of a worse director.
Yeah.
It would. And this was at Sundance, I think. It was either at Sundance or Cannes. That's how I heard about it.
Okay.
And they were like, "Oh, this movie is so terrifying. People are getting up and leaving."
Yeah.
And I was just like, "What the fuck? I gotta see this fucking movie."
It's tense.
And I was worried. I was like, everyone's talking this movie. I'm like, "Oh shit, it's gonna be terrible."
I was worried it was gonna be like a Mother.
Yeah, me too.
Not that I mean, I just don't like Darren Aronofsky, so like all of his movies to me are kind of.
And they don't hit you over the head with the religious symbolism or any of the symbolism.
There's no religious symbolism.
No.
This is all kooky demon shit.
All kooky occult shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's very occult.
Oh, yeah.
If you like occult movies, you're going to love this.
I'm not joking. You watch Rosemary's Baby, The Exorcist, and this, and you're going to have a great night. Like, that's a great...
And magic.
No. You got to go demon themed.
Oh, yeah. Right.
No. You watch Magic, and you watch, like, Chucky, like Child's Play, and you watch, like... that newer Child's Play that was really good that we liked.
That newer Child's Play was really good.
That was really good.
God. We
man.
should have done a review on that one.
I may still.
I would.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but I just remember it being a good movie with Chucky in it, and like that's all I've ever wanted. I love Chucky.
And
I love that. I love that actor. Yeah, it was good though. Mm-hmm. I really like. What was that called again? What was that? It was
Chucky Reborn or something.
Something.
Like that? Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but it's good, Rose. It's amazing.
The last, it's the last Child's Play movie that came out. I don't think there's been another one since.
It like came out in 16 or 17 or something like that. It was probably, no, it was 15 because it was before this bullshit with the election.
Yeah.
Way before.
Yeah. Oh no, I was in Michigan when I watched it for sure. But I wasn't making the bunny perspective, so it had to be 2015.
15, 14, something like that. Whenever last Chucky movie came out.
I don't think it was 2014. I think it was 2015. It was like right before the election for sure. Okay, but anyway, that was but this movie, like I said, this movie could have been so much fucking worse. But it was great. I really, really enjoyed it.
It was a piece of art.
Hereditary. If you got it in your theaters by the time you see this, go see it. It is worth it. If you like horror movies, if you like demon horror movies, if you like fucked up shit, this is a really good fucked up movie. Is there anything else you want to say about this before I do some business and then we can go?
I don't think I have anything else to say. It's just go watch it.
Go watch it. Like, we spoiled the plot. That does not... I don't think that even affects... if you're going to enjoy this movie or not, because we're just like talking about it, and
you have to
experiencing it is important because like the pacing, the scares,
the gore,
everything is like, we're telling you these things that happen, but you don't know when they're going to happen. You don't know how exactly. Well, you're going to know when Charlie dies now, but other than that,
you don't know how good these effects are.
It's really good effects.
If you have a sensitive sensibility,
yeah, you might throw up.
Take a barf bag.
Yeah. Don't worry about don't leave though.
Throw up in your popcorn if you have to. And then eat that.
What does it say? Throw up more popcorn or
like an endless cycle.
Yeah. Gotta eat something while you're watching a movie. Okay. So I don't know when I'm gonna make my perspective. I've been kind of writing episodes. Nothing's been like yelling at me to be great, and I want some time. So, my consolation for you guys, I have a new show that I want to come out that I will be hosting all about League of Legends. I know. Shut up. I'm trying to sell this. If you do like League of Legends, I think you'll find that my stuff It's going to be interesting compared to some of the other people that have done this in the past. Okay. If you don't like League of Legends, there will be episodes that I will make specifically for you, but don't assume. Most of them are going to be for the League fans. So that show's going to be called Infinity Bronze. Heather's going to stop making faces. I'm also going to be doing my own Stoned Vlogs. Yeah. Now you're excited again.
Very.
So it's not just going to be fat shit Michael and pretty Heather. It'll be me. I'll do a few too. And I'll let you know what I'm doing, like what I'm thinking about doing. And since it's June and it's Pride Month still, I want to talk about, I don't know if I don't know how long the episode will be or whatever, but I want to talk about how disappointing it is that Corpse Bride isn't a polyamorous story. Everything in that movie leads to Johnny Depp's character getting with both of those girls.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why it doesn't happen.
Why can't it be?
Yeah.
Why can't he share?
Well, why can't both those two drink the poison and then they can be in Dead Town forever?
Yeah.
Johnny Depp was clearly having more fun in Dead Town.
Yeah, he hated his family. She hated her family. And they would have all been better off dead.
Yeah. Well, in this universe. In that particular universe, it seems like it's a laugh riot to be dead. But at any rate, it's a bad movie, Corpse Bride. But it has so many interesting bits of potential. So I'll probably do an episode on that. But I want to talk about it for Pride Month just because I think that it was a missed opportunity that they weren't a polyamorous relationship at the end. Which isn't exactly... They don't put P in there for LGBTQ or nothing, but...
LMNOP.
They really should. I just want to see Johnny Depp fuck a corpse. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with you people that is a thing that's weird for you? Maybe you should think about your hang-ups. At any rate, gotta go set up a convoluted ritual for my elder god friend Payman, since this movie laid it out so easily for me. And, well, you're fine, Heather. He wants a male body.
Oh, wait a minute.
So if you've got a male body that you aren't using, send it to P.O. Box, bop, 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 fuck my butt. No, that's not an address.
P.O. Box 123 Polly Street. Fuck my ass Boulevard.
fuck whoever's ass Boulevard. So yeah, new bunny perspectives will start when I started the bunny perspective on Halloween. Oh, I bet they want to know why I'm blue with 4 eyes and horns now, huh?
It's a lifestyle choice.
Bye! Haters gonna hate. Maker's gonna make.
Yeah, alligator's gonna gate. Yeah. Hey, Phil.
It's like I was tethered to something.
It's like you were tethered to a big body. A nice, beautiful big body. Whale-like even.
What? Heather, you're being a real bitch to me tonight.
I am. I'm sorry.
You guys gonna fight?
Nah.
Because I'll cry.
Oh, don't cry, Phil. Phil, honey, do I need to snuggle you?
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. Not really bye for those. Just stop the recording, but not the stream. What time is it?
It is 10:50.
10 to 11. All right. I will try editing this in the morning. I'm not going to... I thought about being frisky tonight and editing tonight for this, but... Oh, it's late.
I am thirsty beyond words.
It's because you drank a bunch.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about what we had for dinner?
Yeah. Well, we had a less good experience this time.
Well, but it was fine. She was just a little... Didn't want to be there today or something.
Yeah, or something.
Our waitress kind of sucked. Oh. Watch, she turns out to be a huge Bunny Perspective fan. And
Oh, yeah. She doesn't know. I mean...
There's no way.
There's no way anyone that
There's
I
no
would
way
ever
anyone-
meet in
I'm
meat
not
space.
I'm not gonna say the name of the restaurant either. So
No. Yeah, that's true. So, but anyway, I mean, the wings and everything were fine.
yeah, the food was great.
Speaking of which,
boneless
that's downstairs, by the way.
Huh?
That food's downstairs, by the way.
Yeah, we'll get it in a minute.
Okay.
It was boneless wings, and usually I'm used to boneless wings mostly being bread.
They're like this big usually.
They were like chicken strips,
Yeah.
like chunky chicken strips.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they were in-house breaded or anything. I'm sure they got them frozen or whatever.
Yeah,
but
and they
they're
chunked them up.
they're pretty good. Their in-bone wings are probably better.
But they don't have as much
They-
meat.
Yeah, they weren't as substantive, and they cost the same to get the boneless. So you might as well get the boneless.
Yeah.
And we got fried pickles again.
Yeah,
They're
I
still
like
good.
fried pickles. They also do homemade ranch, which I am a big fat whore for.
I hate ranch, and I like their ranch.
Yeah.
So.
I like ranch a lot better when it's homemade. Oh,
Oh wow,
the-
I'm very.
you're very
I'm very blue.
holographic.
Well, the blue light is like right here.
Yeah. There you go. Now you're just red.
I've been in the sun. No.
You're taking cues from that Oni there.
Apparently. I guess it's better to have the blue on than...
Turn off the red one then.
I don't have to turn off the red light.
Turn off the red light.
I'm just glad we have a red light so I can say that. all the time.
Roxanne.
Ugh.
It's a little better. It kind of looks like you got a monitor on. Yeah.
But I've color corrected that to be good with the weird pinks and everything. So I'm still... And also, that's on, and that pink... that purple light makes everything... There's this weird, cool twinge it gives to everything that I really like. I think that's why Phil's eyes pop so much. Okay. I think this is good for this stream.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for hanging out, you guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We had a great time. Go see Hereditary.
Hereditary is very good.
If you like horror movies, if you're too afraid, that's okay. We understand.
It's not... I don't think it's unbearable to watch.
No,
I
not.
think it's definitely not... It's definitely not baby's first horror movie.
No.
Like you don't want...
It's a treasure.
Yeah. The reason I said that if you'd shown this to anyone that's never seen a horror movie before, all the tropes would be brand new to them. But that's about it.
Yeah.
It's a very good movie. We'll do another one of these. I don't know if next week. We'll wait until there's another good movie in theaters, and then we'll figure out something. Maybe.
If you guys have a suggestion for a movie you want us to watch,
But I don't want
become
them to say
Patreons.
Incredibles because I don't want to see Incredibles.
No, we're definitely going to see Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh yeah, but
Like,
that's not for a bit, is
no,
it?
it's not until Thanksgiving.
Right.
We'll probably see it the weekend of. Like, we'll probably go to another Sunday showing.
We've been trying to do these on Sundays just because the crowds
Nobody's
aren't as
out.
bad, and and it gives us the time to check and see if the movie we want to see is going to be any good or not.
Mhm.
Too, like if we even, because like Solo, man, it was a spur of the moment to go see it.
We thought we were going to see this movie
Yeah.
that weekend, and I'm like, wait a minute, the 10th.
Womp womp.
Well,
We
we're-
just saw one, right? And it was like the first or second, wasn't it, when we went?
No, I saw one that I thought it was. This theater usually has a lot of crazy showings, so I thought, oh, it's this. It's like a Fathom showing wherein
Right.
wherein it's showing us an art house movie early, and no, it's a normal
release.
showing. I'm just dumb and I don't look at dates, so
It's
it was,
okay. I mean, we
like-
saw. I mean, I don't regret seeing Solo, even though it sucked, because we got to make that video.
We
I
did.
thought that, and I think the precedent of making post film movie. We could also do this for movies we see on Netflix. By the
Yeah.
way. So, what did we just watch on Netflix that was really good?
Thor.
Thor Ragnarok.
Down in Ragnarok. It's Thor Ragnarok.
Okay. Fucking Ragnarok was good.
Oh
Holy
my
shit,
God.
that movie was good. She hates comic book movies, and she loved this
I
one.
hate
so.
superhero movies. Like, I guess I don't hate them because I like Deadpool and I like what are they called?
You liked Iron Man.
Eh,
You don't like Iron Man?
kinda.
You didn't think Robert Downey Jr. was charming enough to cover that premise? Oh,
No.
I did.
I like Thor. I like Guardians of the Galaxy. And I like Deadpool.
I wouldn't say Guardians of the Galaxy is a superhero movie.
No, not really.
It's a galactic, because like the Marvel universe has
Down in Ragnarok. There's actually a song that this comedian chick did where it's a bunch of nerds at a table and they're playing this D&D Ragnarok game and it turns into Fraggle Rock down in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Or after Ragnarok, because Ragnarok is like the apocalypse.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I liked Thor Ragnarok. I want more of that director to do more superhero movies. I will watch more superhero movies.
I think he's going to get another movie because
yeah.
he did so well. Like, Thor Ragnarok did way better than expected, I think.
Like, if he does this next Avengers movie, I might watch that.
Oh, he's not.
No, I know.
No, the next one's, like, done. Like, they're finished. I mean, like, they're done shooting it because they shot them both at the same time, or I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I have no idea what the shooting schedule for Infinity Wars has been. I kind of want to see Infinity Wars, but I'm still okay with just waiting till Netflix.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Same.
I guess I just don't need a theater to watch a spectacle movie, and everyone's like, "Well, that's the point of a spectacle movie." I'm like, "Well, I saw Solo in the theaters, and I still didn't like it."
I would like if they
the
ever
spectacle of it didn't do anything for me.
If they ever show Thor Ragnarok in theaters again, I'll go watch it.
Yeah, I would do that. Yeah, I would do that. I would watch Thor in the theaters. Yeah, but that movie's good.
Yeah.
Solo sucked.
Like that first bit where he's dangling from the chain.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait a minute. I'll get back to you. Hang on.
Hang on.
Okay. Sorry, we were having such a moment there.
Thor having a sense of humor is what makes that movie work so well. By the way, side note, if you have a Kroger, they make soda waters that are flavored cola.
Mm-hmm.
So
they also have Dr. Pepper flavor, but they're not as good unless you really like Dr. Pepper.
It's fine. It tastes like really weak diet soda, and it's fine.
I also like their seltzer waters.
Well, we like their seltzer waters anyway.
Yeah, seltzer waters are great. That's what we live off of.
I think it's funny.
This thing is filled with sodium.
I just think it's
it's 10 milligrams. It's less than a Coke.
This has zero oh no, it's 10 milligrams of sodium.
Yeah.
I was looking at carbohydrates.
That's the seltzer.
Yeah, I don't mind that. You get more water than salt. You're fine, right?
Yeah, you're getting more water.
Yeah.
Salt.
There's more than this is more than 10 milligrams.
The salt is basically a flavor vehicle.
Right. Yeah, it's not bad. It like I said, it tastes like really weak soda, and it's clear.
And it's not sweet. Like, usually sodas like that, they have, like, some sort of shitty sweetener to them, which Michael doesn't mind. I don't like them.
I drink a lot of diet soda, so.
But these, they're, like, no sweetener at all. Zero, zip, nada.
And it's not like a rich, caramely cola flavor.
No, it's a subtle
It's
cola.
like you left cola. It's like melted cola ice in a can.
And it's good.
It's not bad.
No.
It's kind of exactly what I want.
It's the cola flavor and the bubbles without the tooth decaying sugar.
Right. Well, I just like drinking soda water. We have a thing of just seltzer water that I drink.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Well, but yeah, we'll do this for maybe if there's a Netflix original movie that comes out that we particularly like.
We could probably do one on Okja.
I don't want to do it post home.
Oh.
I mean, like a new.
Like a new.
I already seen. I don't want to see Okja again.
No, I don't want to watch Okja either.
I watched that twice.
Yeah, and
I didn't want to watch it the second time. I was good the first time. It's not that it's a bad movie. It's an intense movie. Your mom was so unaffected by it, though.
Yeah.
Your mom was like, "Yeah, they're like big cows. Who cares?"
Yeah, I would eat one of those.
Yeah, your mom was like, "Can we get one of those?"
That thing looks profitable.
Seems tasty.
I
God,
like pork.
Okja.
I like pork. I like beef. Let's mash them together.
I mean, I understand the point of Okja. Like, I think if I ever had a personal relationship with a pig, I'd quit bacon finally. but
That's okay. I won't allow it.
I haven't. Yeah, I know. Bacon, but I could quit beef and I could quit chicken and I could quit all of those.
I could quit chicken in a heartbeat.
Did you know what they have at Costco now? Those bleeding veggie burgers.
Oh my god.
At Costco.
Impossible burgers?
I don't know if it's Impossible Burgers. It's a different version of it, but it's all vegetables, but they get that bleed and it cooks like real meat.
We should try it.
Yeah, I want to try it. I want to go to Costco and get some.
We gotta get a Costco card though.
It's worth it. I saw it on Facebook, so I mean, I would almost be like, hey, you guys got those veggie burgers? The ones that bleed?
Like, hey, you got
Hey.
the veggie burgers?
Hey,
you
guys
got
have
the veggie burgers
you
that
guys
bleed?
those, hey guys, you got those veggie burgers? Because
Gotta have them. Gotta have them. Gotta have my veggie fix.
but
And they'll be like, are you on crack? And
because
we're
I would
like,
never quit eggs or milk, so I'm never gonna be vegan. I would still eat eggs.
Yeah. I could quit fish. I barely eat fish.
I like fish. I would eat fish. I'd become a pescatarian in a second. But I like fish a lot. I could just eat tuna fish sandwiches. When I was at Jimmy John's, I ate tuna fish like every day.
Mm-hmm.
It
You
was
did.
good. We have a good tuna fish recipe. Here it is, by the way. It's Charlie. It's Sunkissed tuna, Hellman's mayonnaise, a little bit of soy sauce, onions, celery chopped, and you just mix it all up. It's good.
And then pickles.
No.
Don't you guys don't have pickles in yours?
No.
That's why I don't like it.
You want pickles in your tuna salad?
Yeah.
You get pickles on it.
Sweet pickles and tuna salad are great.
They don't even have pickles at Jimmy John's.
No.
They have like you buy a pickle and you can eat it.
That's why I hate them.
Well, but they don't understand. Like the guy who makes the Jimmy John's guy is like, he's like really up his own ass about his stupid recipes. That's why everyone has to have the fucking whole menu memorized, even if they're a delivery driver.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Jimmy John's.
Fuck them.
But they have a good tuna salad, and that's why I told you the recipe so you can go make your own. Fuck Jimmy John's. It's a white onion, by the way, and it's diced. So
I
you
thought
get
it was a
diced.
red onion. No, it wasn't. No, it is a white onion.
White
Yeah, you're
onions.
right.
White onions.
'Cause they make me
Diced
cry.
very fine, like cubed. If you got a cuber.
Teeny tiny.
And then the celery, you just, you can, we use the slicer, but you can just, whatever. Yeah. Okay. We just talked food. We just talked about random other movies. Is there anything else we want to talk about before we go? We're about to turn on Star Trek. We're nearly through season 3. I'm going to edit the season 2 one. I started it. It's not that I've deleted the footage or anything. It's just I'm lazy. Not lazy. Doing other work. And but I will get the second Star Wars out, and then probably Star Trek, excuse me, Star Trek season 2, and then probably very shortly after that, it'll be 3. 3 is so good.
3 is amazing.
Spoiler alert!
I didn't hate 1 and 2.
Didn't hate them until now.
Now
I do. I don't want to watch them again.
There are certain episodes I'd revisit, like Datalore.
Yeah, I would watch Datalore again. I would watch the first episode again. I've seen it twice. The first episode's very good. Farpoint Station, whatever. And is an event at Farpoint Station or something like that? That's the name of it.
Something like that.
But this season 3, I could almost rewatch season 3 and not feel bad about it. Like there's a lot. Not every episode's perfect.
No.
But a lot of episodes are really fucking good. And one of the episodes has the dad from Twin Peaks in it.
Yeah. Like,
And he's so good.
There's a lot of actors in this who have been in other things. Like, it's a show from the 80s. Of course there's going to be bleed over.
There's so many good actors in it, though.
Yeah.
Like, you just...
There's
like,
the dad from Twin Peaks. There's the waitress from Twin Peaks.
But she's in just, like, a random episode. And she's only in it for, like, 5 minutes. But, like, the dad from Twin Peaks plays an alien on an alien race or an alien planet.
It's sort of like a...
It's a religion story.
Kind of like a Vulcan. Yeah, it's a religion story.
It's a pseudo-Vulcan race, yeah. They have, like, kind of pointy ears and kind of brown skin. And he's wearing, like, brown skin makeup, because in a lot of the Star Trek races, like, a lot of interesting things with Star Trek, because with Klingons, they made it very real-life race, non-dependent, even though they're all brown-skinned.
Yeah.
Because, like, you watch this obvious white girl in all this prosthetic and brown makeup, and you go, I know it's not blackface.
But it
Dot, dot, dot. And I'm like, I get it, and it's like, I understand why they didn't always cast black dudes for Klingons, because they're not going for black dudes. They're going for this very stoic, very straightforward, and sometimes the white actor works great for that. Sometimes the black actor works great for that. They were smart enough when they had Worf's brother show up to cast a black actor.
Yeah.
That was smart of them.
very smart.
But other than that, the Klingons are always for me when it's a white guy playing a Klingon, and hence when I see white guy playing Klingons in real life, I know they're not doing blackface.
They're doing Klingon face.
But it's or brown face, if you will. But it's very weird.
Like,
There's this weird thing that it hits, and you know they're an alien race, so
it's
like,
incredibly cringy in season, like in the original series, wherein all of a sudden,
oh yeah,
this is a Klingon. That dude looks Puerto Rican.
yeah. I mean, at least they look like an alien race in Next Generation.
Yeah, they're like, hey, put some ridges on that.
Right. I think the ridges. I mean, and again, like I'm not saying that they're being that way, but we're in a society now where if someone paints their face to look like any other race, it's racist. And I'm not saying that to be like with the doy, but my point is when you look at well, you know, in Twin Peaks they did that. The wife dresses up like a Japanese businessman. And,
oh yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Yes, I am a Japanese businessman. Season 2 of Twin Peaks.
Season 2 of Twin Peaks, man.
It's really bad.
It's a wreck.
It's really bad, and it gets really good at the end. I mean, it has moments. I don't loathe it, but you feel the no David Lynch. Holy shit! Like he leaves about halfway through season 2. When they
at the end.
Yeah.
Oh,
but yeah,
you guys have this wreck here. I guess I better fix it for ya.
That's pretty good.
Thanks. I've been practicing.
Hi, Heather.
Hi, David Lynch.
I'm David Lynch.
I'm also David Lynch.
Hi, I'm David Lynch.
Hi, I'm also
I
David Lynch.
think you're pretty swell.
Oh, gee, I think you're pretty swell too,
I got
David
an
Lynch.
idea.
What?
Let's take out your eyes.
Okay.
I'm David Lynch.
Okay, but let's make your head an eraser.
Okay. No, let's make erasers out of my head.
Yeah, let's make erasers out of your head.
Oh man, we nailed it with our dumb. Actually, I do a better version of him when I'm like really hyped up. I can't get to.
You have to.
I have to listen to him, and then I can do a really good David.
And you have to be really loud to do a good David.
You have
Lynch.
to really be yelling, and it's almost midnight.
Hello. I'd say you make a grand cherry pie. You put it on top of your head.
Tongue is slapping right out to get to it. Interested?
And your tongue was...
Sure. I'm so glad that I've replaced the with tongue is slapping brain out to get to it. You can say a lot of bad things about Geely, but you can't say bad things about Christopher Walken or Al Pacino in Geely because they're both masters of insane. They're just so bonkers in that movie. I do want to like completely memorize the Christopher Walken speech in Geely, but I know.
Oh yeah, and just like do it at parties.
You want to go to Maria Callender's?
Get you
slice
just
of
a cherry
pie. Ice cream on it. But slice on your head. Tongue you slap your brain out to get to it. And he goes, interested? And Ben Affleck goes,
What?
sure. And he just leaves. Ben Affleck's character in that movie is to go like this.
Geely's the one with the autistic guy, right?
With the fake retard, yeah.
Yeah. And then that guy was in The Good Place, and I can't not see him.
He's in other stuff too.
Yeah, he is. But all I see, it's like when, what's his face did.
You never go full retard.
No, don't ever. You know, of Mice and Men, the guy who...
Malkovich.
Yeah, John Malkovich.
John Malkovich did that really well, though.
Yeah, he did, but all I can see is him as Lenny. Like, a lot of the time.
Oh, when you mean when he's in other
When-
movies?
yeah, when
you
he's
just
in-
see him as Lenny?
Tell
You're just
me
like...
about the rabbits.
It's my head! Pet the rabbit.
The what?
Why does my default movie for John Malkovich always be being John Malkovich? It's because that movie's perfect.
Because he is John Malkovich. He is being John Malkovich.
Such a good movie. I love when John Malkovich goes into his own head and everyone looks like John Malkovich. Holy shit, that was a good movie.
I need to see that movie.
You haven't seen?
No.
You've never seen
Oh,
Oh, you really haven't?
no.
John Cusack, Cameron Diaz, John Malkovich in roles you'll never see them in ever again.
Sweet.
The plot is John Malkovich is a puppeteer. And he's in an office that was built for little people. So everything's really short. And while he's working, because he has this bullshit job while he's working, he finds a door. And he goes into that door, and when he goes in there, he controls John Malkovich. That's the plot. Movie commence. It's amazing. It really is. It's like one of the greatest.
Maybe I should do a Heather has never seen.
You should at least watch it.
Yeah, I should.
It's a very good movie. I'm surprised you've never seen it.
Heather's never seen John. Malkovich.
Heather's seen so many movies that the fact that she hasn't seen Being John Malkovich is
I've seen a lot of.
to me.
I've seen a lot of weird things.
Yeah.
I have not seen a lot of tame stuff.
This isn't tame.
Not tame.
This shit's
but
bizarre.
Like I've seen a lot of things that I perceive that might be tame.
Okay.
Like I didn't watch Man on the Moon until you told me what it was about. I'm like, oh yeah, I love that.
What do you mean you hadn't seen it? You
Like
didn't
I had
realize
never
you'd seen it?
like you would recommended me to see it. And then I saw
Oh,
it.
okay.
It's like, hey,
'cause
what's
it's a
this
great
Man
movie.
on the Moon thing? And you're like, it's the best movie ever.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Yeah. I guess I don't know. Like then that documentary about with Jim Carrey came out. I think the backlash like flipped.
Oh yeah, no, like
where everyone was like, "What an
everyone-
asshole for being Andy Kaufman the whole time," and I'm like,
No, he's a method actor. It's brilliant.
"No, well, you know what to be in my opinion, I think he did it because it's fun to be Andy Kaufman. I don't think he did it to be a great actor.
Yeah.
I think he did it because it's fun to be Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
Because in my position, I'd do exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
100%.
If I could be Andy Kaufman for a day, I fucking would.
If I could be Andy Kaufman for the entirety of a movie, I would. Yeah. And I would be Andy Kaufman in character the whole time. I would be a pain in the ass at certain points. Andy Kaufman was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, apparently.
No, he was. Have you ever seen old interviews with people? Like, there's like an interview with Robin Williams, and he's just like, sometimes, man, you just gotta be like, whoa, hey. Oh, no. He's talking to Andy Kaufman, and they could see his wrestling uniform underneath his clothes. And they were so concerned because he's so fixated on wrestling women. And no one got the joke. If I'm Andy Kaufman, I would be so fucking frustrated. He wanted to be the heel. The ultimate heel is to be a man wrestling women in the 70s.
Yeah.
Because the whole time, all you're doing is sexist remarks and being shitty.
And you're getting the women to want to punch you.
And he loses. And he's cowardly. And he runs away. And he never, like... Watch Andy Kaufman wrestle. It's glorious. It's glorious comedy. It's comedy that spawned all of our non-comedy. All non-comedy comes from Andy Kaufman. All of it. Yes. He actually did. Andy Kaufman was a pain in the ass. Like, don't get me, I mean, like, you wouldn't want to work with him. But you would want the output that guy came out with.
Oh, yeah. Like, you would want the... Well, like you said, the output.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to go.
No, you wouldn't want to live with... I don't know how his girlfriend did it. She probably didn't do it a lot.
I was gonna say.
She probably didn't live with him all the time.
I was gonna say, yeah. So, but yeah, like, yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna go watch Star Trek. Thank you for watching the live
Thank
stuff.
you.
This review and season 2 of Star Trek will both be up this week, and probably a Stoned vlog.
If we can get the materials.
Oh yes, there is. There's an interview with Danny DeVito where he's bitching about, where he's talking about how what a pain in the ass. But no, I actually know what you're talking about now, Belinda. He talks about how Andy was just like, or how Jim Carrey was just like Andy the whole time. Yeah, but he was a big pain in the ass. So, okay, you want to hit stop on that? Bye, guys.
Bye.